SYRINX. A hologram that only SYRINX appears in the form of a hologram that only SYRINX can see and hear. And so Beckett finds this leap to life.
Striving to put right what once went wrong. And hoping each time that his next leap will be the revolver.
The brainy one, head of censorship and mind control.
Daniel, the cool one. I put drugs in the water supply.
Jarvis.
The sexy one. Saw of torture.
I am not intimidating, you're intimidated. There's a difference.
I don't take up too much space. You're just used to people playing small. My inner light is
Not too bright, you're just used to dimming your own. I am not mean nor aggressive, I am honest
and assertive, and that makes you uncomfortable. And I do not make
you uncomfortable. My presence challenges your comfort.
all of that is yours. I
Will not be less
for you to feel better about yourself. Own your stuff.
intimidated. There's a difference.
I don't take up too much space. You're just used to people playing small. My inner light is not too bright.
You're just used to dimming your own. I am not mean nor aggressive. I am
Honest and assertive, and that makes you uncomfortable. And I do not make you uncomfortable.
My presence challenges your comfort.
All that is yours.
I will not be less
For you to feel better about yourself. Own your stuff. Yourself. Own your stuff. Own your stuff. Own your stuff.
So this is about him and all the other racist sexist boys in this world.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Pretty dog, put your hands in the air. Hey baby, there's no need to despair. Hey darling, we can work it on out. Hey baby, yeah. Do please tell me what is on your mind? You know, I know, things will be fine once we made love. Things were meant to last. Come on, hey. You know, I know. Pretty darling, put your hands in the air. Hey baby, no need to despair. Hey darling, come work it on out. Hey baby, yeah.
some people, but
I realized there was nothing actually that was giving me a buzz anymore. I think fame is a good thing in terms of giving you heightened experience, or at least more experience. And
but then it's when you do it that what that uncovers, I think, for me.
You know, as I say, I realize I want to, you know, I just want more. This isn't it, you know, fame is not the goal. Money, you know, although money's nice to have, it can buy you a bit of freedom, you know, you go to the Bahamas when you want, but it doesn't, it's not the answer. And the answer, you know, is how to get peace of mind and how to be happy. That's really what we're supposed to be here for. And the difficult thing is that we all go through our lives and through our days, and we don't experience bliss. And, you know, it's a very
subtle thing, and
to experience that, to be able to know how to do that is something you don't just stumble across. You've got to search for it. We had happiness at times, and, you know, not the kind of bliss I mean where every atom of your body is just
buzzing, you know, because it's beyond the mind. It's like,
you know, it's when there's no thought involved. I mean, it's a really tricky thing to try to get to that state, because it means controlling the mind and being able to transcend the relative states of consciousness, waking, sleeping, dreaming, which is all we really know. There's another state that goes beyond all that, and it's in that state that's where, you know, the bliss and the knowledge, you know, that's available is.
You know, I get
confused when I look around at the world and I see everybody's running around, and, you know, as Bob Dylan said, he's not busy being born, he's busy dying, and yet nobody's trying to figure out what's the cause of death and what happens when we die. I mean, that to me is the only thing really that's of any importance. The rest is all secondary. I don't know what anybody else thinks, and you know, as the years have gone by, I seem to have found myself more and more out on a limb as far as, you know, that kind of thing goes. I mean, even close friends of mine, you know, they maybe don't want to talk about it because they don't understand it, but I believe in the thing that I read years ago, which I think was in the Bible, that said, knock and the door will be opened. And it's true. If you want to know anything in this life, you just have to knock on the door, whether that be physically on somebody else's door, and ask them a question, which I was lucky to find is meditation. Is, you know, it's all within. Because if you think about it, there isn't anything, I mean, in creation, the whole of creation, that is perfect. No, there is nothing that goes wrong with nature. Only what man does goes wrong.
But we are made of that thing. The very essence of our being, of every atom in our body, is made from this perfect knowledge.
This perfect consciousness, but superimposed on that is through, if I can use the word, the tidal wave of bulk that goes through the world.
It's cable, you can say.
Yeah. So there's this, we're being barraged by, you know, by bulk. But not only that, the way the world is structured, or the way creation is structured, we have duality, which says yes, no, good, bad, loss, gain, birth, death. And it's this circle that we get trapped in. It's like the Memphis Blues again. And that's the hardest thing to understand. What is causing both of these things? What's causing day and night, good and bad? It's all the cause, and this is the effect. So, I mean, we're getting really transcendental here. But to say that our physical being is really on a very, very subtle level, it's just like the sap in a tree. Is the sap, and it runs throughout all the parts of the tree. Now it's like that. Our bodies are manifesting into physical bodies, but the cause, the sap, is pure consciousness, pure awareness, and that is perfect knowledge, but we have to tap into that to understand it. You know, in
always get, as far as I was concerned,
The left,
the center and the right, they're all really the same.
they're all different shades of
the same.
Grayness. And
That
although,
was a long shot.
Maharishi tried to get these people formed together into a party which would be called the Natural Law Party, which was
say Maharishi Mahesh Yogi.
Maharishi Mahesh Yogi.
And
The idea
Behind it really is to have consciousness as the basic thing, because
really, we get in government or we get in any situation
in life we get the reflection of our own consciousness. We can't really complain about what we have because that is us. It's a reflection of our own
being. Now, if we could have people who are actually conscious in a spiritual sense,
then all the underlying problems to society, it wouldn't be able to change just overnight, but over a generation or 2 generations, you could have things work.
For instance,
Say in England, and I'm sure it's the same here, you get disease, so you've got a lot of expenditure on hospitals and on fixing up people who have disease.
now the problem is that most doctors, they study disease. They don't know about health.
so you'd need to reprogram stuff so that you teach people about how to be healthy. That way, you don't spend so much
Much money on
disease.
you'd have people would be healthier. You wouldn't have such a requirement for the
various things that take up all the money, you'd be able to use that money for something else.
So the natural law
That operates on this planet or in the universe, everything, as I said earlier, everything works in a perfect order.
and there's a scheme to things which has a certain intelligence that drives it and makes everything work. Now, if we as
Individuals could go to that level of consciousness where
we can
Bring it into our being, and as Maharishi Mahesh Yogi once
said, for a forest to be green, each tree must be green. So it's no use just 1 or 2 people
being, like this, you'd have to
make
the whole of society, if they had that understanding, and that's what I think really you'd have to school people. And as Maharishi Mahesh Yogi once said, for a forest to be green, each tree must be green.
So it's no use just one forest to be green, each tree must be green. So for a forest to be green, each tree must be green. Generations of people. If you look now, just through, say, from the 60s or the 50s,
There's a lot more people, thanks to, say, indie music, thanks to rock and roll music, who have got much more understanding. You go out there on the street now, you can find Indian spice shops, Indian restaurants,
and
places to go for yoga, for meditation. There's a much higher awareness
generally
on those kind of things. And so it is seeping through. Where did all the really good hippies go when they all dropped out? Where did all the really good hippies go when they all dropped out? I think a lot of them are, have
brought up, there's probably 2 generations of kids now who are much more
open
to that type of consciousness, and they've been brought up by, being vegetarian or whatever.
that helps the society become, much more balanced. It's all to do with the balance. We've got
Too much extreme going on. You have to be optimistic.
Yeah,
It is getting better and worse because that's the nature of relativity. Good and bad, good and bad. But
the individual, if the individual gets that consciousness, then it doesn't matter, because in a way you can
retain the balance between the good and the bad. Because really, good
and bad are the same.
They are. It's the same
Sort of thing.
So it's like
in the middle is the safe
path.
and maybe I'll live. It comes from within. Turn every time I see you. Happening again. I'm standing on wire. Oh, you keep making me high. The question is why. The answer is why. Come too soon.
There she is. In my world, everyone's a pony, and they all eat rainbows and poop butterflies.
Everybody. The way it was, let me tell you the way it works now. And it's the way it'll, I have to change the blood for it and change the way they function.
In my world, everyone's a pony, and they all eat rainbows and poop butterflies. In my world, everyone's a pony, and they all eat rainbows and poop butterflies.